Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 5 to 10 on Monday night. Back with a couple for tomorrow. Bit of housekeeping to be done first before we get back to today and tomorrow. Newcomers on the bus: Owen O'Sullivan, Michael Keeley, Thomas McManus. He's in Cabra. That is in Dublin 7. I used to be around that neck of the woods a good bit years ago when I was working in Dublin. We were doing up buyback houses in Cabra and Drimna and Finglas and all over the place. I used to get my sandwich there every day in the spare shop on in Cabra. Chicken fillet on white bread with butter and raw onion and ketchup. There was a lovely woman every day that used to make it for me. She would say, the usual? I said, absolutely. And a cup of tea with it, and away we went every day. That's all I had was during the day. Gerard, just plain Gerard. Tom Didikai, Bob Smith, Niall Skinner. Niall said he was charged $5.70 for 3 rock shandies, not rock shandies. The ones with the splash of, I can't think of the name of it, the splash of orange juice in a pint of water. I've seen years ago, I used to be in a pub in Dublin 18 out the south side. And when there was Leinster rugby matches on it, there used to, a good few people come in and they'd have no drink at all, and they'd have that, whatever, I can't think of it, it's amazing. But the minute the match was over, they were gone again. But this was 10 or 11 years ago, and they began charging them €2 for it at the time. But it should be free if you're getting the dinner. Christopher Pope and Seamus Lanigan. Also, a special shout out to Richard Dean, Dickie Dean, not to be mistaken with the footballer Dixie Dean. This is our bus passenger, Dickie Dean from East London, and he's celebrating his 96th birthday tomorrow. And he's heading to Plumpton races with his good friend Niall McNulty. I hope the meeting goes on. I see there is a inspection in the morning at 7:30. He's a long time involved in races. He owned a horse called Barmer in 1976. It won the William Hill Handicap Chase. That would be the ultimate now, I would say. And it was trained by Robin Blakeney, and the jockey was Jimmy McNaughton. I done a bit of research on that. Had a little info, but I got the rest of it sussed out. So I wish you a very happy birthday, and from everybody on the channel and on the bus, 96. It's a great life. A neighbour of ours and a man I know very well celebrated his 107th birthday yesterday. And he's out and about. He goes to Roscommon matches all the time, and he had a pint of Guinness and the dinner yesterday in Castlereagh. He's the Ireland's oldest man. I met him several times. I haven't met him in a couple of years, but he was a very good friend of an uncle of mine that passed away some years back. Michael Coyne is his name. So, and he's in great health, and he sang a bit of done a bit of monologue yesterday. I hadn't time to listen to it yet, being away, but I will listen to it after, or when I finish this tonight. So, hope you're good. Well, you must be in great health to be able to go to the races. And thanks, Niall, for sending in that information. Love it. Where are we? Yeah, we had 2 going today. I don't think the first one, they weren't too busy. I think they were finding out would the horse stay. It's a young horse yet, and I wouldn't be surprised if it hopped that over fences sooner rather than later. And it will be good over fences, but it drifted out. I actually seen it at 9-1 with the green bouquet when it was only 6-1 or 11-2 at the track. I can't understand that, but they were paying 4 places. I backed it each way. So when a horse is tipped up like that, if it does drift, back it each way if it goes out beyond 92 or beyond. That it's rather than just losing the dead money, your win stake, that you'll get back all of it or most of it. Or maybe a bit of profit in that case. It was 11 to 2 today. And the other one, what was it? Earth. Oh, Jesus. Night on Earth. Bet by a nose. He was ahead the nod before the line, and he was ahead the nod after, but on the line he was just bet by a nose. I thought maybe that we might have got it just as he passed. I was sort of leaning this way. I said, yeah, I think, I don't know. So I was settled for a dead heat, but anyway. I remember last year we ran into a spell at one point, and I hope it doesn't start like that again, but we're all on the flat. We got out of 9 very close photo finishes. We lost 6 on a nose and 3 that we won. So that's the first of this year losing by a nose. So I hope that's it. The racing gods, please be with us the next time we're going to a photograph like that. Anyway, it's not that but this. Tomorrow, I don't know whether Plumpton will go ahead. It says expected 8:30, so hopefully, I don't know, is it frost? Because it says good to soft. You must be afraid of the soft. There is a veterans chase tomorrow that is for 10 years and older. It's a class 3. The favourite is Iconic Muddle. It'll be his first time going at the trip. The furthest he has ran is 2.5 mile. You know, it's a good step up in trip. It's, you know, this is nearly 3 1.5, more than 3 1.5. It's not far off. It's only 70 years off 3.2. I see you well as a stayer. I went with Shanty Alley. It's a 10-year-old, so it'll be one of the 2 youngest in the field. Trained by Ben Case. And we have our boy on top, Harry Cobden, and he hasn't been on it before. So that's a plus. He was rated 132, we'll say, going back a couple of years ago. Ran a good race the last year, but it shows there that it was 4th, beating 18 lengths. But this was in the Mandarin. The Mandarin is a good class chase. And that's him in the orange. And he went out in front with the 2 of them with the 2 cheek pieces, was out in front from the get-go. And he just got a bit tired, but this was a better class race.
Certainly Red, Surrey Quest and Atlanta Brave has now been switched to the outside and coming strongly into contention. Doc Pick Me is next. They take the next fence. 4 in line together. Atlanta Brave joining in with Surrey Quest, then Shanty Alley together with the Game Bangers and Cash on the far side. Heading now towards the next. Surrey Quest lunged at that. Atlanta Brave with a real chance now on the stand side. What a race Bangers and Cash has run. He's still in 3rd, ahead of Shanty Alley, who's weakened in 4th. Certainly Red is next. To the final fence now. Atlanta Brave just with Surrey Quest. Surrey Quest far side. Atlanta Brave this side. Compelling finish at the end of 3.25 miles. They're clear from Bangers and Cash. What a scrap this is to the line. Surrey Quest and Atlanta Brave. Surrey Quest just doing best now. Surrey Quest from Atlanta Brave. Surrey Quest wins the Coral Mandarin. Brave effort from both of them. Atlanta Brave in 2nd. Look.
He's a dour stayer, and with a small field, there's only 8 in it. I thought with Harry Cobden that he might be able to pace them out in front tomorrow, and have enough left in the tank afterwards. It was a 4-1 shot earlier. It's into 9-4. They must be looking. I didn't see that now because I hadn't checked this in about 2 hours. Yeah, Harry on it is a good plus. He done us a good turn last week. We have Maureen the Machine is after coming up there. That was one that won the bumper today. We have a bus horse running in the 5 o'clock at Newcastle. Done us a good turn last 12 days ago. Hale End for Michael Dobbs. He won it handy enough. I think he's up £5 for this, is it? He's in the orange sleeves and the orange cap.
August, who has set the pace
on the left.
throughout, is now shaken up to try and maintain his lead, but Hale End this side is coming there strongly and now takes over on the run with a furlong and a half to go. Hale End has mastered August. Star Shield and Trey Fleur are off in pursuit, and Ivory Madonna is staying on towards the far side. Well inside the last furlong they come. Hale End is showing the way, driven out by a couple of lengths to the fast finishing Ivory Madonna, who goes second, but it's Hale End in front, a double for Clifford Lee and Michael Dodds. Ivory Madonna was second, Star Shield was third, Trey Fleur in fourth. They came well clear.
He won that off 71. What did he go up? Up £5. There's a big gamble going on Dingle, Dangani Coosh in Irish. It is in County Kerry. Grand little fishing town. This was tins earlier on. Used to be with Richard Hannon. It was rated in the 80s. One off 84 in Lingfield. One in Newcastle the 9th of March of 78 over a mile. They ran it in a good class race the last day after a break, and it was 33 to 1. It's beaten 9 lengths, so that must be a pipe opener for tomorrow. So we'll have a win bet on our lad for loyalty. I might do a little reverse forecast. The money is down on this with Ryan Sexton, but our lad is 4 to 1 there. In the event that Plumpton mightn't go ahead, I went looking at Dundalk. And you know, Dundalk, we have been fairly lucky, but we're up a good few quid, but it's a tough card tomorrow. And there's a few gambles going on, but I don't know. You wouldn't know at night to see what sort of dash is on. But I picked out Havana Notion. A step up to 6 furlongs might suit, I think. It has for Johnny Feen and Hugh Horgan. He's claiming 7. If you look at its form, it won in Tipperary in last July, 5 furlongs. First run at 6 furlongs last year in June, it was 4th to Charmin Lady in Fairy House and Good to Ferrum of 59. So the distance shouldn't be a problem. Now it had a few runs there and to decent horses like Senado Square, that won a couple of times, and it was behind Samrogue the last day. Samrogue, if Samrogue was on this in this race, like we'd be sweet on it. But it travelled well into the race, and he just appears that maybe the step up to 6 is what he wants. This is him with the white face here in front. We're coming here in the yellow and blue cap.
Is looking for an out as they come now inside the final furlong. Havana Notion just the leader to below deck. Samrogue is finishing off well. It's Havana Notion on the far side below deck. Samrogue near side. Samrogue just gets there from below deck, and Havana Notion. Loma Larney stayed on well late.
Don't I love looking at that? That horse was his 5th time winning for us for newcomers on the bus. So that would be the one in Dundalk. Always see what price it is. I think it'd be an each way play. I was into 7 to 2, 9 to 2. That'll probably drift in the morning. If you get 9 to 2, 5 to 1, back it each way. Anyway, it's Monday. 1 second, I have to wipe the glasses. It's Monday. What happens on a Monday? We sing an old song. We'll put a bit of humour into a song tonight. I think someone mentioned it about 5 or 6 months ago. Dear sir, I write this note to you to tell you of my plight. For at the time of writing I am not a pretty sight. My body is all black and blue, my face a deathly grey, and I write this note to say why Paddy's not at work today. Whilst working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear. To throw them down from such a height was not a good idea. The foreman wasn't very pleased, the bloody awkward sod. He said I had to cart them down the ladders in me hod. Now clearing all these bricks by hand, it was so very slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured the rope below. But in my haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. And so when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead, and clinging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. I shot up like a rocket till, to my dismay, I found that halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. Well, the barrel broke my shoulder as to the ground it sped, and when I reached the top I banged the pulley with my head. I clung on tightly, numb with shock from this almighty blow, and the barrel spilled out half the bricks 14 floors below. Now when the bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel and so started down once more. Still clinging tightly to the rope, my body racked with pain. When halfway down I met the bloody barrel once again. The force of this collision halfway up the office block caused multiple abrasions and a nasty state of shock. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I fell towards to the ground, and I landed on the broken bricks the barrel scattered around. I lay there moaning on the ground, I thought I'd passed the worst, but the barrel hit the bloody pulley wheel, and then the bottom burst. A shower of bricks rained down on me, I hadn't got a hope. As I lay there bleeding on the ground, I let go the bloody rope. The barrel then being heavier, then started down once more, and landed right across me as I lay upon the floor. It broke 3 ribs and my left arm, and I can only say that I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today. Poor old Paddy. Paddy had a tough time. Bash the bookies over and out.